Everything I've shown you over the past 11 videos, the cube symbolism, Saturn programming, architectural influence, digital conditioning, it's all connected. Today, I'm going to reveal how these seemingly separate elements form a comprehensive system of consciousness control that's been operating for thousands of years. I'm Dr. Marcus Thorne, and what I'm about to share with you represents the culmination of decades of research into the hidden symbolic language that governs human civilization. This isn't just about conspiracy theories, it's about understanding the deeper patterns that shape reality itself. Let me start with a simple question. Why do the same symbols appear in ancient temples, modern corporate logos, government buildings, and digital interfaces? Why do completely separate cultures all use geometric forms in their sacred architecture? Why do secret societies preserve knowledge about shapes and symbols across centuries? The answer is that these symbols tap into fundamental aspects of human consciousness. They're not arbitrary decorations, they're psychological technologies that affect how people think, feel, and behave. When you understand how these symbols work, you can use them to influence consciousness on a massive scale. Ancient mystery schools discovered these principles thousands of years ago. They understood that certain geometric forms promote specific mental states. The cube encourages structured, limited thinking. The circle promotes flowing, expansive awareness. The triangle integrates opposing forces. These aren't just artistic preferences. They're consciousness-shaping tools. The master plan involves the systematic deployment of these symbols to create specific psychological effects in human populations. Cube-based architecture promotes acceptance of hierarchy and limitation. Grid-based city planning encourages conformity and predictability. Digital interfaces organized in rectangular grids train minds to think in compartmentalized, reactive patterns. But here's the crucial insight. This isn't necessarily the result of a conscious conspiracy by a secret group. It's more like a self-perpetuating system that operates through unconscious transmission of symbolic knowledge. People who understand these principles naturally use them, often without realizing the deeper implications. The system works because most people don't recognize how symbols affect consciousness. They participate in geometric programming without understanding what they're doing. They live in cube-shaped buildings, work with rectangular screens, and organize their lives according to grid-based schedules without recognizing the psychological effects. This creates a form of unconscious compliance with limitation and control. When people's environments are saturated with cube symbolism, they begin to think within boundaries. They accept hierarchy as natural. They become comfortable with structured, predictable patterns rather than seeking creative, expansive possibilities. The financial system exemplifies this perfectly. Money itself has become a form of temporal energy that governs human behavior. Banking buildings use cube-based architecture to suggest stability and permanence. Financial interfaces organize information in rectangular grids. The entire system is designed to promote thinking within economic boundaries rather than recognizing abundance as a natural state. But here's the empowering truth. Once you understand how this system works, you can choose how to engage with it. You can recognize symbolic programming when you encounter it. You can maintain natural awareness while navigating structured environments. You can use these symbols consciously rather than being controlled by them unconsciously. I've documented the complete system in my book, The Saturn Conspiracy: How Ancient Cube Worship Controls Modern Reality. If you want to understand how these patterns connect and how to work with them consciously, you can grab your copy for just $2.99 using the link in the description below. The transformation begins with seeing the system clearly. Once you recognize how symbolic programming operates, you can't unsee it. You'll start noticing cube symbolism everywhere, in architecture, logos, digital interfaces, and social structures. But instead of feeling overwhelmed, you'll feel empowered because you understand what's happening. The ancient wisdom teaches that consciousness is naturally unlimited and creative. Symbolic programming works by convincing people that limitations are natural and necessary. When you remember your true nature, external programming loses its power over you. This doesn't mean you have to reject modern society or live in fear of symbols. It means you can participate in structured systems while maintaining inner freedom. You can work with technology, live in cities, and engage with institutions while remaining conscious of their influence on your awareness. Tomorrow, I'll show you how to use this knowledge to create positive change in your own life and community. But first, check out the Saturn Conspiracy and start seeing the master plan for yourself. The ancient wisdom is still available to those who seek it. The question is, now that you see the system, what will you do with this knowledge?